What's up, heathens? How ya doing? Today we're going to be going over a comment with Fight the Flat Earth, which, if you're not subscribed to Fight the Flat Earth, go and rectify that right now. But we are going to be going over a particularly crazy comment today because he invokes satanic telescopes, satanic vaccines, and giant lumberjacks. So if any of this dumb shit interests you, please stay tuned. You call yourself an engineer, but you deny and laugh at all forms of reality, i.e., we're going to go point by point on this. 1, the Earth's flat and motionless. Okay, like that seems to be the go-to thing. It's like a mantra for them, right?
Yeah, like they say this thing about objective reality, that it can't be denied. But I don't think they actually understand what that is. A lot of the words they say aren't words or aren't the meaning of words that we would use.
Yeah. Normal fucking people? That's what you mean by we. Normal fucking people.
Sane people. Yeah, so when they go back to the Earth flat and motionless, it's because that's what they sense, that's what they see, that's natural science and objective reality, whatever that means. And they think it can't be debated.
Yeah, you know, I think that it's at that point, it's kind of like natural science. That's our word, motherfucker.
Yeah.
you can only use that if you know what it means. Tell me what that means.
When they try and tell you, oh, well, you know, it's not been done based on the scientific method. Well, come on, motherfucker. Tell me what the scientific method is.
I think people need to be challenging them more on that. Like whenever they start spouting out like scientific principles or whatnot, like when they shout density and buoyancy, you just need to be like, you know what? I will give you $10 right now if you can give me the formula to calculate the buoyant force right now. Actually, tell me how buoyancy technically works. I bet you can't do it, motherfucker. Can you? Can you? You lost $10.
They just say perspective and they think they've won.
Well, yeah, or with density, like normally with like the complex, like scientific terms, they won't actually know what it means, but then they'll go off and be like, oh, that's just when shit floats. You know, you throw something in the water and it floats. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, we have mathematical descriptions and ways to figure out different things about how objects move in a fluid and how fluids react. So can you tell me exactly what that does or what is happening there? And they're like, shit just floats.
Density. You're stupid.
Yeah.
It's density. Like I feel like they just take a bunch of scientific words and principles and then just chuck them together like randomly and say that that's a sentence.
All right. 2, you probably think just because people are living longer, better lives that this is somehow a result of modern medicine and things like satanic vaccines.
Damn it, I didn't get my satanic vaccine this month.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I thought you're supposed to like grow horns, right? With the satanic ones.
Yeah, maybe that's why I've had the receding hairline.
Hey man, mine's not doing much better, I gotta tell you. But yeah, I like I like how the crazies mix. You know, because this is a good mix of like vaccine denial as well as like modern, like holistic medicine, I guess, or like the natural remedy, homeopathy kind of crazy. And it seems like it all, like a lot of that stuff gets mixed in. I mean, what other kind of crazy conspiracy kind of things have you experienced being lumped in with like flat Earth?
Oh, the Chemtrails and lizard people. There's someone I've come across who's convinced that the Earth's concave and has lizard people living in the middle that are in the upper echelons of society. Yeah, there's so many crazy things that come across that come back to flat Earth. It seems like I've had the theory that flat Earth is a gateway conspiracy because once you believe in flat Earth, your mind is open to believe any crazy shit.
Well, I think that it's probably a two-way street because, like, I know a lot of the flat earthers now originally believed in, like, these other conspiracy theories, and then they were more easily worked into the flat earth. But I can also see it working the other way around, that, you know, flat earth, being convinced of that, and then, you know, being pulled into the other conspiracy theories. Because, like, flat earth requires, like, the conspiracy of, like, a government entity lying to people. And I can see that totally leading into the whole Illuminati thing.
Yeah, well, most of the conspiracies come from the fact they think people are lying to them. And they can't reconcile the fact that they're not being lied to about every little thing. So once you can have that thought in your mind of, oh, well, everyone's lying to me, it's going to make you question everything.
Yeah. All right, you ready for number 3?
Oh, go on then.
You insist on looking up at the sky with instruments of the devil, like telescopes, and thinking those things are moving around the sun, some with things like moons circling them or planets when they can't be because they're spherical, and obviously some of them have atmospheres, which we know from our vacuum cleaners this is impossible in space.
Wow.
Telescopes?
I mean,
devil pulls them out of his ass.
So telescopes are basically mirrors, right? So are mirrors also instruments of the devil?
Well, I mean, yeah, you ask it. I know when I look into the mirror, I mean, I look like fat. So, that's definitely devilish.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a thin motherfucker. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I see a perfect head of hair, but then I look in the mirror and I'm bald.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like the whole just casting these, like all of this stuff off as like satanic shit. I feel it's like really lazy, but I also understand how it plays into their delusion. Because it's like, well, who has the power to do all this? Well, Satan, of course. Don't you suck that Satan dick out of that telescope there, Johnny?
Well, all this science, it's obviously made by Satan. The science that they're using to post these crazy comments on our videos.
Oh, yes. And so, I mean, I'm wondering, is he an agent of the devil because he used science in order to, like, make this comment? I mean, I feel like that's a plausible thing.
I mean, he's going to watch this video and now go, oh, shit, he's right. What have I done?
I will quit using all forms of electronics and modern everything. I'm going to go live out in the woods. I will cut down a tree with an axe. Oh shit, the axe is formed from our knowledge too. God damn it. Maybe I can chew on it like a goddamn beaver.
If all the flat earthers want to go off and live in the woods and not interact with anyone, I'm cool with that.
Oh man. All right. So now we're going to skip 4 for some reason. Don't know why. We're going to 5. You can't accept that mountains and mesas are clearly old tree stumps left by giant lumberjacks.
Oh, he's been talking to Flat Earth Jesus.
Either him or Delano TV. Delano TV has a crazy fucking video where he's like, man, you see these things? Those are just giant ass tree stumps.
Yeah, no, I've actually heard this from a few flat earthers that mountains are just the stumps of ancient giant trees.
Yeah.
And again, we're the ones that are crazy and brainwashed.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I remember when I did the whole Delano TV video, I actually did the math, like, based on how trees are structured now and, like, how big the trees are and how tall that would make them be so that they could actually withhold gravity or hold up to gravity. Like, I think that, like, one of the biggest mesas would have reached past the ISS. I mean, it's like, so you think trees used to reach so far up that it left the atmosphere basically, and what, do you think there were leaves up there? I mean, leaves need, fucking like carbon dioxide and shit in order to like, do the whole photosynthesis thing.
I mean, is it all mountains that are tree stumps?
I think so. Probably the mountain ridges, like the Appalachian mountains here. I wonder if that's like just the backbone of like one of those fucking lumberjacks.
But where did all the wood and stuff go from all these humongous giant trees?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
that would have been a lot of material when you cut down that tree.
I know. Like, I wonder if like there's a giant log house somewhere, you think?
Yeah.
Also, since they're giant lumberjacks, do you think they wore flannel and like, in like the whole lumberjack gear back then, or?
Oh, definitely. Big flat cap and everything.
Obviously. All right, so now we're going to skip all the way to number 9, because fuck 6, 7, and 8, okay? Those are fucking stupid things. We don't need to worry about them.
It's the satanic math and stuff,
It is. That jets don't run on compressed air as they are spraying us with mind-bending chemicals. You deny all this evidence and call yourself an engineer. Shame.
Shame on you. Shame.
I know, I feel such shame right now. I don't think that airplanes run on compressed air.
I know. How can you be an engineer and not believe that the trees, the mountains are giant tree stumps? I mean, it's incompatible, right?
I know. My engineering degree should definitely have taught me that they were actually big fucking tree stumps.
Yeah.
Yes, honey. This motherfucker can't count. But this actually ties into something you mentioned earlier, and that's the the chemtrails and shit.
Yeah.
And so it's very odd how all of these conspiracies just meld, and then they have to cast doubt on like whether or not I'm an engineer. Did you know that Jism actually says that I'm not a real engineer?
Oh, well, if he says it, it must be true.
I know, right? I question my entire existence at this point.
Absolutely.
Like, did my, what was it, 10 years in engineering school, were those just a blur?
Must have been. I mean, it was all a dream.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. But, of course, he can say that an app for Flat Earth that is perfectly working is all fine, and, but you're not an engineer.
I know. And I mean, even though that app actually has a lot of problems and it doesn't actually give you accurate shit and all that other stuff. But hey, you know what?
Yay.
I'm just a fake software engineer over here.
I saw a video of one flurf talking about chemtrails, and they got a bottle of water and vinegar and started spraying it in the air, thinking that it was dispersing the chemtrails.
I know. The vinegar people are just... Wait, it was vinegar, right?
Yeah, vinegar and water mixed and sprayed it in the air, came back 3 hours later. Look, it's gone!
I know. I mean, it's like, let me go out and just wipe off these chemtrails out here. Back, chemtrails! Fuck you, Illuminati! I mean, I am surprised that there's not some kind of like official chemtrail away product that's just vinegar and water, and it's like, get rid of all them chemtrails in your backyard right now. Just go on ahead, come on down to Crazy Dave's Conspiracy Emporium. We got all the chemtrail needs you need, or wants you need, or something. I don't know. Just come on down, spend your money.
Did you see Ranty Flat Earth got chemtrail burns when he was out in the sun for like 8 hours?
What? Okay, so no, I did not see this.
Yeah, he was out doing recording for a long time in the sun, got heavily burnt, and then blamed it on the chemtrails and called it chemtrail burns.
So let me see if I get this straight real quick. He thinks that chemtrail burns are a real thing, and sunburns are what? Just non-existent?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, we can test how much UV radiation and shit is like hitting the earth, and we can prove how that causes sunburns. But no,
it's the chemtrails. It's
fucking
the chemtrails. You want to get some of that vinegar spray on you? It's going to help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the weird thing is that like whatever the airplanes are doing, let's say the airplanes are spraying something up in the air, whatever the fuck it may be, like just for shits and giggles. There's no way that whatever they pump into up there at 35,000 feet is going to matter fuck all down here once it dilutes like through the atmosphere and it spreads out and shit. Like it's not like there's an airplane flying above that's just spraying out a dank vape cloud and that vape cloud's just gonna settle over us, I mean, it's ridiculous.
But don't they also think that it's to do with that they're trying to geoengineer, so they're using the chemtrails to block out sunlight and stuff like that?
Yeah, which they get that from a CIA like project or whatnot, where they're proposing ways to deflect sunlight. Yeah, and they're just the actual program is just supposed to mimic what volcanoes do, but these guys they take that and they fucking run with it like a fucking marathon.
Oh god, they put a paper saying that they're gonna do it. It means it's happening right now.
Well, yeah, but not only that, the studies are still, like the environmental impact studies and whatnot are still being done on those things because we don't know what that could possibly do to the environment or whatnot. And so it's like they think that, oh, I'll get a wild hair at my ass and we'll start pumping chemicals into the atmosphere. We won't even give a fuck as to what it does to any of our ecosystems or anything like that. We're just going to fucking do it. It's like they think that people just get wild hairs and they just do things.
The thing that always gets me is that aircraft have to calculate for the amount of weight that they're carrying and stuff. So if they're carrying all these chemtrail chemicals, where's the fuel?
Well, they run on compressed air. So they compress they pull the air in from the outside, they compress it, and then they use it for fuel and they pump it back out. Oh, see, simple.
Oh, I learn something new every day.
Debunked, motherfucker.
Yeah, totally. I'll just shut my channel down then.
I know, right? We're fucked. Just take all this shit down, get this chair out of here, fuck this hat. Sorry, honey. I didn't mean to hit you with NASA. Thank you, heathens, for making it to the end. What did you think of this guy's crazy fucking comment? If you will, please go down below and leave me your thoughts in the comments section. While you're down there, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of dumbass content. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice, and I will see you heathens later.